Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to talk about making the swap from Portland, Oregon to Bend, Oregon. Why are people wanting to do it? What is the big hype behind it? And if you're thinking about making a move from Portland to Bend, we're going to give you some cool information about Bend and why it might be a better choice than Portland, Oregon. We're going to get after that video right now. So are you tired of the endless gray skies and rain? Are you tired of the hustle and bustle? Are you tired of endless traffic jams? Are you tired with some of the streets and some of the areas not being super clean and having a problem with, trash and that kind of stuff? Well, this video is for you because we're going to talk about why Portland, Oregon, you may want to sell what you have there and move to beautiful Bend, Oregon. Because what do we have in Bend? First off, we have 300 days of sun a year. You don't get that in Portland, Oregon. We have an absolutely pristine landscape with outdoor activities everywhere. Now you can do a lot of stuff in Portland, Oregon, but some of the things you just simply can't do. Skiing, the number 6 ski resort in the United States. Mount Bachelor might be number 5 right now. Whatever, it's an amazing ski resort and it's 25 minutes away from Bend. We have a river that flows through the middle of town. Now I know there's a river in Portland too, but you're not gonna swim in that baby. You can swim, float, paddle, do whatever you want in our river. In fact, we have our own surf park built in the river, and then outdoor activities. What does that look like? Outdoor activities in Bend, Oregon. Every season has different outdoor activities and, hiking, biking, climbing Smith Rock, swimming, fishing, hunting, whatever you want to do. We got it within minutes, any direction in Bend, Oregon. So that's just a few of the highlights on why we think a lot of people are wanting to make the move from Portland to Bend, Oregon. Let's dive a little deeper and let's talk about prices and cost of living in Bend, Oregon versus Portland, Oregon. So let's talk about cost of living in Portland, Oregon. I've seen some reports that have cost of living in Portland as much as 81% higher than the national average. That seems a little extreme. I saw some comments that are 47.50, so seems to be in that upper end range, at least more than 50% more than the national average for cost of living. Bend, Oregon, still not super cheap, but it comes in at 23.5, right? So it says the average single person in Portland needs to make well over $100,000 to live. In Bend, Oregon, you can get by with, $60,000. Now you might not be living well, right? Driving that brand new car and in a big fat house, but it's definitely cheaper to live in Bend, Oregon than Portland, Oregon. So that's number one on the cost of living. Cost of housing, right? Like Portland has a lot of different areas and so does Bend. Average, we have a much more affordable home price. You can still buy a house in Bend, Oregon for the M5s. Like it might not be the best house, but they definitely are available and we have a ton of new stuff being built as far as new construction. So Portland, has a lot of areas and prices definitely vary, but on the average, they have a much higher cost of obtaining the American dream and buying your own house. So let's be honest, who wouldn't want a cheaper place to live with outdoor activities, 300 days of sun? In fact, that's a question of the day. Would you trade what you have in Portland, Oregon for Bend, Oregon? If you would, we want to hear why. If you wouldn't, let's hear why too. Let's have a discussion. Theron and I, we're standing by, we're making these videos for you every day, and we want to know what you think about Bend, Oregon, no matter where you live. But if you're coming from Portland, this video is specifically for you. So leave it in the comments below and tell us what you think, why Portland might be the place you want to leave and Bend might be the place you want to go. Let's see what's next. All right, so this topic number 3, this is a little sketchy, right? Because Portland definitely has all of this too. Let's talk about food trucks. Let's talk about music, beer, sports, right? So I know you can do all that stuff in Portland. However, you can do all that stuff with rain and cloudy skies in Portland. You can do all that stuff in Bend with 300 days of sun. We have an amazing food truck scene. We have an amazing culinary scene. And it's nice out all the time. It might be colder here than it gets in Portland, but the sun is always shining. It was 30 degrees this morning, but there was crystal clear blue skies. So it's just absolutely awesome. And let's talk about breweries. We know a lot of you guys are beer drinkers. We know a lot of you are fans of the brew scene. Bend has more breweries per capita than anywhere in the United States. So if you're a beer guy, that's awesome. What about music? Well, you know, you're going to get those big events in Portland. We just don't get in Bend, but we do have Hayden Homes Amphitheater. And man, through the summer, that place is chocked full of amazing acts. And you get to sit outside and indoor, enjoy the music and the great outdoors, as well as, you know, like a lot of people float the river and they can be out there on their raft, their kayak, or their paddleboard just listening to the music. So definitely a cool thing to do if you've never done it. And, you know, something that we definitely offer that Bend just doesn't, or that Portland just doesn't have to offer. So overall, you know, sports. What does sports look like? Well, we don't have a lot of professional sports teams. In fact, any professional sport teams in Bend, Oregon, like they do in Portland. But we do have a lot of sports, right? Like, not only is it a super active community, but we have things like the pull pedal paddle, and we have bike races and that kind of stuff. So may not be the trailblazers, but we do definitely have a large amount of things to do, especially if you want to actively participate in the sporting events. All right, let's see what's next. All right, let's talk about where you want to live. You know, a lot of people don't want to live in the big city, right? Now, I know all of Portland is not the big city, but Portland is a bigger city, right? Way bigger. In fact, one of the biggest cities in Oregon, right? What's it look like in Bend? Well, we have a little bit over 100,000 people, so we're much smaller. So you're gonna get that small town-ish kind of vibe, and maybe you're missing that where you live in and around the Portland area. So we definitely still have that. Housing choices. We have, you know, northeast side of Bend, 500,000 on up. Northwest side of Bend, 700,000-800,000, up to as much as you want to spend, multi-million dollars in some of those crazy subdivisions that are out near Northwest Crossing and Discovery Park West and stuff like that. So we have a lot of choices of where you want to live, but all of those choices come with the exact same thing: smaller town feeling, huge amount of outdoor activities, 300 days of sun, and just an amazing vibe and an amazing place to live. That's actually why we called our channel Lifestyle in Bend, because we're promoting the lifestyle in Bend. And that's what we want to do. So you see pictures of me out doing stuff. You see Theron, he's super active. He's out snowboarding in the winter, or he's skiing, or he's riding his mountain bike, or he's hiking with the dog. Like, we just have a lot of that stuff to do, right? So maybe that's what you're looking for, and maybe you just can't do that in Portland anymore. Maybe it's time to look at Bend. So hey, by the way, people looking at Bend, we got a couple gifts for you. First, we have our absolutely free relocation guide, and we put that in the comments below, and that baby's chock full of all the information you ever want to know about Bend. So go ahead, click that link before. It's absolutely free. It's Theron and I's gift to you, and we'll send that right over and you can check that out. Number 2 gift is our buyer's guide. Our buyer's guide is chocked of all the information about what you need to know about buying a house in Bend, Oregon. Actually buying a house anywhere, and it talks about things like escrow and how you pay your real estate agent. You know, for you buyers out there that may not know, you actually have to sign an agreement now to buy a house with an agent, and that person, it's how they get paid. So, and then number 3 is our absolutely free seller's guide. It talks about all the things that you need to do to list your house. Definitely could save you some money, because it talks about some of the things that you don't need to do. So grab one of those 3 gifts, and let's see what's next. All right, so in closing, are you ready to move from the hustle and bustle? Are you tired of the rain? You're tired of the gray skies? Are you tired of, you know, maybe a little bit more polluted environment and just area around you, you know, too much trash in the streets, stuff like that? Well, if you live in Portland and any of those things bug you, Bend might be a great choice for you. Your house is still worth a lot in Portland. You can definitely sell that and use that money to buy something over here in Bend. Joshua Grossman, I'm with the Lifestyle in Bend team at eXp Realty. And we absolutely appreciate you watching these videos, and we would love to have you as a subscriber. So press that subscribe button below, tap the bell for notifications, and my partner Theron and I will absolutely keep you up to date on the happenings in and around Bend, Oregon. Once again, we wanted to say thank you for watching this video, and if you're thinking about making a move, pick up that phone and give us a call. We are standing by, and that's why we make these videos, is so we can keep you as informed as possible. So until we get the phone call, text, email, or Zoom request, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Talk to you soon.